Hello, everyone. Thank you for liking the video. If you're just joining, let me know where you're joining from. It's late, it's about 9 p.m. I wanted to have a quick live tonight. The topic of the live is, just so you know what we're talking about, the topic of the live tonight is JP Morgan moves 16 trillion on blockchain. Why are XRP and utility crypto crashing? Because we've been hearing for a long time, oh, when when the big banks move money, when they move trillions, everything will go up. So some people are like, man, what's going on? And I'm only here to encourage you so that people don't give up. Because if you don't understand what's really going on, if you don't understand the dynamics, why the market is the way it is, people may give up. But let me know who's on. If you're just comment, let me know who you are. Are you new to my channel? Are you just joining? Is this your first time on here, your first rodeo? Are you one of my OGs? Just make a comment, let me know who you are, and then we can take it on from there. Yeah, welcome on board. Welcome on board, everybody. Welcome on board. There's only 4 of you here. Please like the video. It's a Tuesday night, so I just came off a Bible study teaching. We're teaching people some principles of how to hear God for yourself. Hey, my life, how you doing? God bless you. Thank you for taking my call today. I'm honored. It was a great conversation. I want to see if I can get a few people on here tonight. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. It's just 2 minutes in, and yeah. But how you doing, my life? Tell me, how's life with you? There's 5 likes already. The topic is a very good one. JP Morgan moved 16 trillion on blockchain. Why are XRP and utility ISO cryptos crashing? Because 16 trillion should make if so who can answer that question? Why are if 16 trillion was moved, JP Morgan boss said it. He said they moved 16 trillion. I'm just searching it out. 16 trillion on blockchain. My life, did you get my notification? Is that how you knew I was on? Hey Chris, good evening. How are you? Hey everyone. Hey Chris. Jamie Diamond says JP Morgan moved. Yeah, so I want you to, because when you read these things, right? Jamie Dimon says JP Morgan moved 16 trillion in one day, backs blockchain and tokenization for client services, trading takeaways. Okay. Jamie Dimon, the influential CEO, please like the video to 12 likes. That's how people start knowing we're on here. Okay. Like the video. Um, yes, okay, good. Chris, did you get the notification that was live? Hello, okay, Auto, how you doing? Oh, you're flying. What are you flying in? What are you flying in? Are you the pilot or you're co-piloting? I want to know what aircraft you're in and send me a picture later. It's a fabulous day, yes, I know. Thank you, sir. Okay, good. So some people are now getting my notification. Thank God for that. Okay, so Jamie Dimon, the influential CEO of JP Morgan Chase, recently highlighted the transformative power of blockchain technology in a statement that has sent ripples through the cryptocurrency and stock markets. According to a tweet by financial analyst Kashif Raza, Dimon revealed that his institution successfully moved a staggering $16 trillion in a single day, navigating through every compliance system while keeping costs low and speeds high. Oh, wow. Okay. So now here's the thing. When people see this kind of news, you know what they say? Go to on X. XRP is dead. Jamie Dimon said they moved 16 trillion. Oh my God, XRP, what are we going to do? Can somebody tell me why Jamie Dimon's bank, the largest bank in the moment, in the world, JP Morgan, can move 16 trillion in a day and it doesn't reflect in the price of any crypto? Why do you think so? And he talked about something, he talked about tokenization. I've told you before, I said tokenization is one of the big reasons why blockchains will be valued very high. Because imagine this is the blockchain, it's now empty, right? This is blockchain is empty. If I take this now and put this is blockchain. If I put this on, what has happened? The value of my hand has increased because I now have something on my hand. Please like the video. Please give me some likes. That's the way people will know we're here. We're shadow banned. So give me some likes and then we can get more people in the room and we have a conversation. I want people to know these things because people are going to drop out. They get tired. They get weary. And one of the jobs of a minister is to encourage the weary until we cross over together. I was asking if you are flying, Chris. Okay, so this is the blockchain, okay? It's empty right now. Let's do it this way. My hand is more comfortable this way. So this is XRP Ledger. This is Solana. This is Avalanche. This is AVAX. This is Axela. It's like this, okay? So watch this. This is worth, say, $50. Once I put it on here, it's worth $50, okay? As it is. But each of this, watch me, each of this, I'm coming with my blockchain. And then I come to Chris. I give Chris one of these, okay? And Chris takes it for $1. Then I take one more and I give it to my life, $1. Now it's no longer $50, it's now $52. Activity, use, everything about it. Oh, I go to OK Auto and I give him one of these. That's another $1. That's $3. That's 53. Then I go. My wife would probably say, how did this thing finish so quickly? I keep doing this. You know, I'm using this now. And if I charge $2 for everybody who gets to get one of these, you see how blockchain. Now, imagine that there's 1,000 of those sitting on the blockchain. Hotels, airports, shipping lines, airlines. I've shown you Traveler. It's not an airline, but is a travel agency that accepts cryptocurrency for payment. They have 500 million tokens available. That thing will skyrocket as people begin to migrate from the traditional rails into blockchain. It's first empty. Tokenization will give blockchain its massive value. Then, the value moving across it on a daily basis would also skyrocket the value of the token. It's impossible for the value of the blockchain to increase based on tokenization, utility, use. It's impossible for that to happen and the value of the token doesn't go up. Because the value of the token has to respond to the activity. Remember the token itself, the native tokens on the blockchain are your gateway. They are your toll gates, right? And that's whatever happens if you increase the volume of traffic on the blockchain, then that must also increase. Now let me now go to the next thing. Please like the video. There's 18 of you in the room. Like the video. Now I asked a question. This is the question is based on Jamie Dimon's comment recently. This was on December 12, 2025. Okay, it says JP Morgan. I didn't see it until recently. He made a statement that 16 trillion was moved in one day. Why is everything crashing despite that? We've not seen. It's very simple. So this is the answer. Okay, I'm gonna give you the answer right now because I want you to stand firm in this very windy environment where anybody can easily be my life getting tissue for $1.25. I've wasted a lot of tissues. All right, so watch this. Today's blockchains are siloed. I was talking about this with my life earlier on. Today's blockchains are siloed. What does it mean to be a siloed blockchain? I'll explain. So, why Jamie Dimon and his company can move 16 trillion in a day is because they are siloed. It's the silo nature of the blockchains that exist today that does not reflect on the price of the ISO 222 cryptos because they are not yet connected as it should be. Have they been tested? Yes. You can research the testing of XRP with all of these banks, with Bank of America. Bank of America has been involved in the testing of XRP, Ripple for the longest time. JP Morgan. Why? Because there has to be a bridge asset. Some people argue there's never going to be a bridge asset, but there has to be. Because right now, what is the bridge that guarantees the movement of financial value, financial assets across borders? It is SWIFT. And SWIFT is prone to fraud. SWIFT is slow. SWIFT is expensive. So there has to be a new technology. Nothing lasts forever. Telex lasted all the way from the 1920s to the 1970s. 50 years. SWIFT has lasted from 1973, 1976 to 2026. 50 years. It is time for it to be retired. It may not be completely and totally retired, but it's time for it to give way to a newer and faster technology, and that is blockchain. Now, which blockchain wins the day? You look at all of them, and you see that there is one that is also becoming a bank. Why a bank? Crypto bank, crypto custody bank, National Trust Bank. Because if you are introducing a new kind of money, you have to have a new kind of bank. Now, watch this carefully. This siloed situation has happened before. When when cell phones were first introduced, they were siloed. When the internet came, AOL was proud to be AOL, big and snazzy and whatever. And then there was Yahoo there. There was this one there. If you remember way back in the day, if you're over 50, you know this. The people who had a provider of a certain cell phone service, if you are with AT&T, you would not be able to connect properly to any other telephone service. So eventually laws were made across the world in different countries for connectivity. So now if you use a phone from Verizon and you are with AT&T or with some other, I don't even know how those companies have, because some of them have bought into this and all that. So I'm not American, so I can't explain that fully. But you see what I'm saying? Because of that, there is now that, interconnectivity. The same thing happened with email. Yahoo is siloed on its own. Google is siloed on its own. In fact, Google was not a big name. The big names were Hotmail, AOL.com. Remember when people had an AOL, Matthew at AOL.com? It was like, oh man, I got email. I got email. It was all dial up. Very slow. So they were all siloed. The siloed nature of blockchain is only normal in any new technology breaking new frontiers. Everybody wants to be on their own. Banks were like that too. Bank A didn't really, you got to send the money. They actually use courier. I remember courier bikes taking checks to go to the clearinghouse. That's how it was done. Did you know that? That's why checks took 5 business days and even more. Checks overseas would take almost 30 business days to clear. Life was slow. Payments were slow. And money makes the world go around, as they say. Payments is what moves goods and services. Payments is what moves production from where goods are produced and to areas where goods are delivered and used. And China and Asia, the Asian tiger, I would say, became such a massive influence in the manufacturing of goods. So, but back to the siloed nature of blockchains. You now see many blockchains are on their own, doing their own thing. So JP Morgan created their own coin called Onyx Coin. And they're doing whatever they want to do. It's like an intranet. Do you remember the intranet? We were talking about that just a moment ago, my life. The intranet. is how it's like internet, but only for a specific area. The Shell Petroleum Company, many oil companies have their own intranet. It's internet within a confined space. They have their own servers. They don't go outside of that. They do their own communication and all that within the company. It's safe, it's secure. They like it that way. That's the way it should be. But you have to now take your intranet and connect it to the internet so that you can go from here to there. That's exactly what's going to happen with blockchain. And how would that happen? So whether JP Morgan moves 16 trillion or Bank of America moves 10 trillion, it won't reflect in the overall because they're all playing this within their own individual silos while the old rails are still working. Swift is still working. It's still working until when the Clarity Act is passed and then the major institutions begin to pile onto crypto. Why will they still pile onto crypto when they have their own silos? Because the silos can work on their own. Otherwise, you would have international transfers still being done by Swift, and then JP Morgan can, send stuff to their, South African banks, send to their banks in East Africa, send to their banks in Southeast Asia, to India, all of these places. And so it's all silo again. Without the interconnectivity of the planet, you don't get any benefit. It's just you and your own family and your own crew and your own crowd doing your own thing. That's why there has to be trade. Even if you're going to tariff, there still has to be, you cannot live on your own. You cannot be walled off from the rest of the world. That's what people are saying about America. Okay, so what do we have? There are three technologies. Three technologies are wiring that network together. What is that? To bring the internet of value together. The internet of value, Ripple is leading in creating the internet of value. They are not trying, they are not a bank, but they're coming and saying, you guys are all over the place. You have your Swift, it's not working well, but we can give you something that would work well. And here's what we will give you. We will give you our product that works as a bridge asset, bringing everybody together. So if you want to move this and that between here, JP Morgan, yes, largest bank in the world, but they can't go it alone. BOA can't go it alone. There has to be that. There's so many credit unions that have to be interconnected. So you are changing to a new system. You have a new Tesla, brand new Tesla. You are driving on the highway. God help you if you are driving in Canada on the highway. You need charging stations every couple, hours of driving, or whatever it's called. I don't own a Tesla, so I don't know how, but I do understand that when I was traveling from Ontario one time, it was a 23-hour drive. We did it in 2 days, or we 2 days. First day was like 12 hours, and the next day was like 10, 11 hours type of thing. But you see all the charging stations as you go. Before that, people were wondering, how will this work? You could only have electric cars in certain places. Now they're pushing and they're going as far as possible. Because new technology always has its challenges. And that's the challenge that this new technology is having right now. But it's been worked out. So everybody it's like cell phone, like I said earlier. Everybody has their own cell phone company, but we can't talk to the other guy over there. But now the interoperability. You've been hearing in 2024, the word 2023 and 2024, interoperability everybody learned how to say it, interoperability, interoperability, interoperability. They go to all of these conferences and you're watching them talking about interoperability in Dubai, interoperability in Japan, Tokyo, Japan, interoperability in Mumbai, interoperability in New York, interoperability in Dallas, interoperability. I don't even know if they went to Dallas, but you see, in the major places, in London, oh my God, interoperability. So, what are we looking at? Interledger protocol is one of Ripple's open standard for value transfer. Okay, so recent expansions connecting XRPL directly to Swift. Did you know that XRP is directly connecting to Swift messaging and SEPA rails via proof of concept integrations? This is why I keep telling people the day XRP's price will jump, it won't be a $2 jump, Right now, it will be going $1, $2, $3. It will have the highest ROI in the history of business, in the history of the economy, in the history of investment. This thing will have the highest ROI. People aren't ready for what is about to happen. You see it, then you've got Axela. Axela already live connecting the XRPL, EVM sidechain, and mainnet to 80 blockchains. Who else is connecting their blockchains to 80 blockchains? Who else? Who else? So Axela is like a bicycle wheel with Axela in the middle and all this, like hub and spoke. You got all the spokes connected to all these blockchains. You can invest in Axela. And what's the price? Let's see. Axela. Let's see. Somebody check for me. Like it's a very good product, right? Project, I mean. So Axela today is priced at 5 cents. 5 cents. AXL. The X marks the sport. Is one of the X cryptos. My God, everybody welcome my beloved friend, brother, son in the Lord, Daniel Smith. We've missed you, Daniel. Chris, can you still hear us up there in the sky? So, great to see you, my friend. I was thinking about you today. I'm like, man, I didn't want to bug you because of your new job, but I've really missed you on the live. I couldn't call you. I talked to my life earlier on. I was going to talk to you, but it was getting late. So I thought, all right. And here you are. So Axela is 5 cents. But do you see what I'm saying? Daniel, I'm just explaining my topic today is if JP Morgan moved 16 trillion, as Jamie Dimon said, which they did, why is the market down? Why aren't the cryptos flying? The ISO ones flying, Axela, all of this, Solana, why aren't they flying? Let's even leave them out. Why is XRP not flying? Because we know JP Morgan has tested XRP. We know Bank of America has tested XRP. Here is what people need to understand. The answer I will give you now will help. If you research the XPR network, XPR, Proton, you will find that all the credit unions, the 70 to 80 credit unions they've signed on to their blockchain, which is the Metal blockchain, they've issued stable coins to them. Every bank that is coming on, every financial institution that's coming on must have their own what? Stable coin. Because a stable coin is the one that you can use to enter into the cryptoverse, to speak the language of the cryptocurrency, to speak the language of the blockchain. You can't use your paper dollar. You can't use your paper US dollar or your Italian lire or your British pound or your Canadian dollar. Australian, whatever, Egypt pound, it doesn't matter. You need a stable coin. And then you need, okay, so I could be wrong here, but everyone, they have issued. If you go to the blockchains, you would see Arizona Credit Union, you will see Navy Federal, you will see all of these credit unions that they have, Now, I may not remember all the names because this is a while that I've done the research, but they're all there. They have to issue them. They have to have a coin. In fact, what XPR did, because they do their things in style, they are a small company compared to all these other big ones, but they would actually put their logo on that coin. Hey, Egyptian, how are you? So it's in there. It's in there. I hope this topic is a blessing to you guys. I hope it is. Because when people go on X and they see, oh, XRP is $1, it's not going anywhere. I've held this until 2017 and nothing. It can't go anywhere when it's not yet finished building. The product is ready. The blockchain is ready. But there are certain things. It's ready to move whatever. But there are certain things that have to. It's got tires. It's got a motor. It's got everything. It's got Wi-Fi in it. Okay. It's got heat. It's got air conditioning. But there's something else though. Capacity building. There's certain things that have to be done. Like they just did their zero knowledge proof. They just did their the privacy permissioned section where, if you are a financial institution and you're coming on board, you are onboarding, you need to permission certain individuals. certain vice presidents, what they're supposed to do. The one in charge of this, the one in charge of that, the CEO and the managing director. Who are the people who have responsibility? What do they do within the ledger? Do you see what I'm saying? So the price can't go up because you are dealing with siloed blockchains. What's a silo? A silo is we're off on this side on our own, we're off on this side. I've used cell phones to describe it to you. I've used what else have I used to describe it to you? Cell phones, email, AOL, Hotmail, and then they had to come together so that people with Hotmail can send to AOL and AOL can send to Hotmail and Yahoo and vice versa. Then Google came and gobbled everybody up. They're still there, but Google is the king now, right? And so why do you think XRP won't just come boom, 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 and sit on top of everybody else? They are, because they are the ones who are filing to be a bank. Who else is? They are the ones who have connected to 80 plus blockchains on Axela. And the last one, I talked about Interledger Protocol, I talked about Axela, and now I'm talking about Quant over Ledger. The enterprise-grade operating system for multi-DLT distributed ledger technology applications. Overledger orchestrates data and value flows across public blockchains, private DLTs, and legacy systems. So the end state is clear. Institutions keep the preferred front-end rails and coins for internal or regional use. So you have internal use, regional use. JP Morgan, New York, we need to send 6 billion over the next little while because, okay, 6 billion goes. My God, did you see what happened? We sent 6 billion internally and nothing shook. Nothing happened. It was so quick. This blockchain thing is amazing. Well, but we can't send to Bank of America, Oh, we can't use it. We can use it. Any organization is free to try any technological tool to improve whatever they are doing, as long as it's not illegal. But for you to have a national wholesale, like buying, where you need legislation, and that's where we'll come to this. All right, the price will reflect utility once the pieces align. What pieces are going to align? Okay, here are the pieces. The 2026 market structure legislation removes the final compliance friction. I know this sounds like, oh, yeah, you go again, AH for truth. When are you going to let us be with this thing? Yes, it is the market structure. This is the final I would say, thing that removes compliance friction. Because compliance is big for banks. Daniel just said that WebAuth is KYC'd using my passport. That makes sense. They want people on KYC super apps. All right. So WebAuth is KYC'd. It's compliant. They have to be. All right. So number two, tokenization volumes on XRP are already compounding at triple-digit rates. Do your research. Please like the video. There's 32 of you on here. Like the video, please. Help me get the people in the room. If we can get 40 people, that would be amazing. We're at 31 now. That's awesome. Right? We started with like 7 people, and here we are. So Ripple executives have explicitly called. Oh, sorry. The last one is interoperability layers. So the price will reflect when you get the market structure, you get tokenization, you get interoperability layers. That is the Interledger protocol, the Axela a bridge, bringing all of these 80 plus blockchains to connect to Ripple, XRPL, and then the overledger, which is Quant. There's others that I don't know about because, listen, I don't know everything. I just look at it, study it, research it. I get some insights from the Spirit of God, and then I share it. Because the goal is to help people to hold on. Listen, friends, if even my own wife would have sold everything and walked away because she's like, no, it's not doing anything, I'm out of here. And we're not the ones with the biggest bags. We're small bag holders like most people. We're just taking our salary and putting in here and putting in there, so that at least, if it gets to a couple 100,000, we can do something with it. We can invest it. So we're not the big guys out here. There are people that have 1 million XRP, 500,000 XRP. What we're talking about. But a lot of people is 5,000, 10,000, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. They can't go to Jay Claver and give him their XRP. Yeah. So the reason why, and P Verite, XRP is going to go to under $1 because Bitcoin will go to under 60,000. Did you hear what I said? So it's not just about XRP. Everything is down. I had a live yesterday where I said everything is down. So please, guys, stop focusing only. If XRP price is the only thing that is down and everything else is up, we have a problem. We have a problem. And even then, if that happens, it's being suppressed for a reason to get you out. So, but I'm explaining why, and it's not going up, despite the fact that JP Morgan claimed to have moved 16 trillion. But I can tell you, with the Clarity Act, with the ILP, Interledger Protocol, with the Overledger, interoperability layers coming together, 80 blockchains moving value over the XRP ledger, the price will shoot up overnight. And let me tell you one thing you got to understand. They're not going to warn you. This is not going to be a tape cutting ceremony. Oh, today, March the 26th, we're now going to cut this stuff. We're going to cut the tape. All of those things, they're not going to tell you. The media will not tell you. Don't trust the media. They're not going to tell you. Like the video. So XRP was never designed to be just another store of value coin. It was engineered as the lubricant for the Internet of Value. They said they were building the Internet of Value. What does that mean? Internet that doesn't just move only addresses, that moves video, that moves social media stuff, email. No, we're now building the Internet that actually moves real value, money. Exactly. The macro factors are there. You can never, hey, actually, how you doing? Good to see you always. Bitcoin tied to the PDD files. All of those things are there. I mean, all of these people, it's just that people now know that what they are doing. They've been doing this thing for years. We've been talking about it, but who cared to listen? And now it's all like, oh, Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, there's another Jeffrey Epstein right now operating that we don't know about. So yeah, but understanding that this is important to note. If JP Morgan moved $16 trillion, the big question is, why is it not reflecting? And that's what I'm here to do tonight, to tell you the reason is very simple. Number one, siloed systems, siloed blockchains. They all have their blockchains they've developed. JP Morgan has Onyx as their coin, but is an intra coin. It's not an overledger or interledger protocol or interoperability, bridge. No, it's for their own purposes. So this is applied to regional, to statewide, and all of that. Cross-border payments is a big, massive market, more valuable than the oil industry. And nobody has ever unlocked the value that is in there. So you got slow snail speed functionality with Swift and with all of the other ones like ACI. And now suddenly, we can do this by building the Internet of Value. And with the Internet of Value, it's completely and totally dedicated to cross-border payments, movement of value. When people hear cross-border payment, they just think about themselves. And people don't think too far sometimes. Some people, they think about the $20 they sent across the border. They think about their Zelle payments. No. You're talking about massive payments, man. Massive payments. When the UN is moving money, when the Food Agriculture Organization is, when governments move money, these are massive. I'm not saying when you put all the drops together from individuals, it's not a lot, but retail is not it. And I've told you also about tokenization. I will say it once again. This is the blockchain. Blockchain. Look at it. This is blockchain. Empty is worth $500. This is a building. We put it on the blockchain. It's a university. This is another building. It's a restaurant. This is an airport. This is an aircraft. Do you see? As I'm putting all those on blockchain by tokenizing them, giving them a number address, just like you have, they become part of that blockchain, the value of the blockchain skyrockets. You now have a blockchain that's worth 5 trillion because you moved physical assets onto the blockchain, and then you can now trade and transact on that. So not just the value moving over the ledger or over the blockchain from person A to person B, company A to company B, nation A to nation B, business A to business B, university A to university B. Universities move a lot of money. So it's not just that, it's the value that sits on the blockchain, moving all the RWAs, real world assets, onto blockchain and tokenizing them, giving them a name. Token. Token is a word that has been used since the Roman Empire, since the time of Jesus Christ. Tokens. Tokens were always used as gold coin, bronze coin, copper coin. So the reason why you are not seeing prices go north is because we have a siloed blockchain system that is not yet it's ready, but it needs to be connected. I'll give you one last example. If we were building homes here and we had 300 homes and all the homes were connected to the electric grid or to satellite, until you switch on the satellite receiver, none of the houses will be connected. Until you switch on the main, what's it called, transformer for the area for power to come to those 300 homes, all you have is your wires. All you have is your bulbs, light bulbs, and everything. Nothing's working. But as soon as it's connected and you go crack, crank, or you go up for on, or down for on, I don't know, right? The light comes on. Right now, all these blockchains and siloed systems, Axela is bringing them together. Quant is making sure they work well together in the ISO 222 category. Axela in the non-ISO, bringing and connecting 80 plus blockchains to the XRP ledger. Chainlink is there. They have to do it as an oracle. This has all been planned and arranged. The right systems, the right companies. And as they come together, they will do what it has to do. I believe the time will come relatively soon where we'll wonder why we're not buying more XRP at these prices. There are pennies in the grand scheme of things. Oh my God. I couldn't have said it better. 27 trillion in yours. What's that? What do you mean? You need interoperability to have liquidity. Exactly. Wall gardens are bad. Yeah, okay. Indeed. Hard Robin said last night that it may touch 99 cents before Sky. Yes, I agree. So if you want, you can buy at 99. Set your buy limit order. Do your buy limit order in DeFi, okay? Use DeFi settings. You can buy it on Zaman. You can set your buy limit order on Zaman or on Metal X. You can set it in other DeFi settings. I'll just do that. You can use exchanges, but I'm staying away from the centralized exchanges because of regulations. I don't know how many of them will make it in a regulated environment. So they'll be shaking and they'll be running to the banks because banks have money. Yeah. The only ones that will make it, and is like Coinbase, Kraken, KuCoin. Yeah, they will be able to survive. But even then, we don't know because we don't know what their reserves are. Because the rules will be like, oh, you gotta have this, you gotta have this, and some of them will not. They won't make those rules. They won't make those rules. All right. Did I explain it well? Somebody tell me if I did a good job explaining why the price is still. Because very simple, very simple. It's everybody has their own. And I also told you about Proton Network. They have issued stable coins to each of the credit unions that are already signed on. They have 70 plus credit unions through a company called they bought over Bonify. Bonify services about 750 credit unions as a third-party provider of, blockchain Web3, and so on and so forth services. So they bought them over and said, you know, we'll buy you and just we'll work with you. So now, or work through you. So that's how it works. If they are doing that for credit unions, you think that JP Morgan, Bank of America, all of them don't have their own stablecoin? Of course, Onyx is for Bank of JP Morgan. And so, yeah, that really solves the problem. And that explains why you don't see the prices skyrocketing yet. The skyrocketing will come from the final connection of all of these varied cryptos together. And that's when Bitcoin becomes irrelevant. Because right now, what drives the market is Bitcoin. Look at the charts. Bitcoin is down, they're down. Bitcoin is up, they're up. But what has Bitcoin got to answer for Axela bringing 80 blockchains to XRP Ledger? What does it have to answer? You know, banks and financial institutions need clear regulations to enter the market. And that's what the market structure bill will do. It'll give them conviction, it'll give them assurance. Banks don't operate without guardrails. It's impossible. They're not going to run around trying to do things. Yeah, so with tokenization, XRP is really doing a lot. It's bringing trillions in real value to the blockchain. Let me list for you. So we've got Aviva Investors, 246 billion amount under management. Societe Generale, did you know that? The massive French bank launched its MiCA compliant Euro stablecoin on the XRPL. And the stablecoins is how you also bring tokenized value onto the ledger. You see also Deutsche Bank just announced last week. I did actually a video with this one. I was in Calgary when I saw the news. They reportedly integrated Ripple's payment rails. They said it. They said we will do this. And there's a company called Control Alt, just like Control Alt Delete. They're based in Dubai, and they are tokenizing real estate in under regulated or custody in the UAE. So why XRPL? Built-in features, no smart contract complexity required for basic issuance, combined with native DEX, sub 5-second finality, 1500 TPS, and there's others that are faster, but none has the kind of political capital, relational capital, as well as longevity capital. These are all capitals, and then depth of pocket. Ripple has it, and a plan, a clear. Another thing, another capital they have is vision, plan, and how far they've come. So when you hear people saying this is the XRP killer, this is the XRP killer, please disregard some of those things, right? Disregard them. But pay attention, engage in debate if necessary, but don't waste your breath if people can't see that all of these things are real. This is not just speculation. Oh, this is going to kill this. No, this is what it is. And I will close with this. Today's siloed blockchains will converge on the XRP ledger via Interledger, Axela, and Quant. There's others. I don't know them because these can't be the only three. So right now, financial institutions are repeating the intranet era of the 1990s, each building its own walled garden. JP Morgan's Kinexys or Onyx runs JPM Coin. Okay, I don't know the one for Bank of America yet. I haven't researched that, but you can't do everything. You can't know everything, right? So that's it for today. I hope you've been blessed. Thank you very much, guys. I just wanted to come on here and try talking to you guys. So, oh yeah. 27 trillion Lions Den, Daniel. You're talking about the 27 trillion held in Nostro Vostro. Yes, I agree. That's as Isidore Frederick Mensa. How you doing? Eddie Benedio. Hey, how you doing? God bless you. All right, there's 32 of you here. Give us some likes. I'll be getting off in a while. I'm going to bed. It's 9:44 Central Time. So Any questions? Archer Rich is right. We're going to come back here and say, hey, I wish I had bought more. I wish I had moved like this. I wish I've done this, So, but I'm good too. I'm good. Eddie Benedio. I'm good. Eddie Benedio. Benedio. What does that mean? And where are you based? Archer Rich, are you in London or outside of London? You need interoperability to have liquidity. Correct. That liquidity will be, man. People don't understand these things. And I get it, right? It's a completely new area. Okay, I'm going to be signing off in a couple minutes. Chris, are you still flying? Are you still with us or you're gone? It means these are the elders. Okay. We have to sleep, man. It's good. I hope Nigeria is good. It's treating you good. Okay, my friends. Thank you so much. God bless you all.